よし。ブレンダーやろう。ちょっとね、ブレンダー配信するのは初なんですが。どこまで見てたっけ。
But okay, so that is the donut. I might actually just while I'm here. Actually, let me have a look. I didn't even do this for my my donut. But what does the inside of a donut look like? Nothing. It looks exact. It looks completely perfectly round. Well, you know, nothing's perfect, so I'm gonna just like, I don't know. I'm gonna hold it. Down control, and I'm just gonna like add a little bit of detail here. Like some detail is better than no detail, right? Even if it's just like a tiny little bit, it's better than it just looking completely perfect, because nothing is completely perfect in the real world. Okay, so the donut part is good. Now we're gonna do similar steps, but for the icing. So I'm going to apply my solidify modifier first, and then the next one is the subsurf modifier. Let me just unhide the rest of the mesh just in case that causes problems later on, because it can. In your sculpt mode you won't be able to see it. And the other thing, I'm just going to increase my subsurf modifier just to give myself a little bit more. That part is good. Now we're going to do similar steps, but for the icing. So I'm going to apply my solidify modifier first, and then the next one is the subsurf modifier. Let me just unhide the
apply solidify solidify を apply
the rest of the mesh first, and then the next. So I'm going to apply my solidify modifier first, and then the next one is the subsurf modifier. Let me just
apply して
unhide the rest of the mesh just in case that causes problems later on, because it can. In your sculpt mode you won't be able to see it. And the other thing, I'm just going to increase my subsurf modifier just to give myself a little bit more detail in the sculpting. Is the we're going to do similar steps, but for the icing. So I'm going to apply my solidify modifier first, and then the next one is the subsurf modifier. Let me just unhide the rest of them.
アンハイドだから出していいんだな、多分。
Mesh just in case that causes problems later on, because it can. In your sculpt mode, you won't be able to see it. And the other thing, I'm just going to increase my subsurf modifier just to give myself a little bit more detail in the sculpting stage. So I'm applying that to level 3, apply, and now this is the detail level that we have to work.
Subdivision. Subdivision.
So I'm going
More apply.
To sculpt mode now, and along my brushes here, the one I'm going to use is called inflate, and this I'm going to use. Whoops. Yeah, the clip start. I believe we did this. Yeah, we did this in the previous tutorial, but changing the clip start, I guess there's a different clip start for different modes. But anyways, so I'm changing that so I can get it close. Inflate will allow me to sculpt, and what it's going to do is it's going to pull, yeah, it's going to almost like it's like sticking inside the mesh, and it's like inflating it slightly. And it's going to create a, like a dripping effect, which is very, very common for droplets. Like you can see just along that edge there, that's really hard to get there. But basically, wherever, there's a better photo maybe, wherever the liquid builds up, like as gravity pulls it down, there's obviously going to be more built up there. So essentially, I'm just doing a couple of clicks, obviously clicks.
ちょっと膨らましてんのかな。どっぷりきた感を出してるんかな、これ。どっぷりしてるというか。ここおかしいな。まあいいか。みたいな感じだよね。これ気になるな。ここどうすればいいんだろう、これ。ここをこう前に出せばいいかな。こうポンデリングじゃないで、これなんかここ餃子の羽みたいになっちゃったなんだろうこれ。まあいっか。 気になるな。まあいいや。進めよう、進めよう。ぽっくり。ぐーっとさせて。エッジが立ってる。なるほどね。こんな感じかな。
Not clips. To make it look a little bit gloopy.
グルー
One,
ピ
two,
ー。
3, maybe something like that. This is where you don't copy me exactly.
そう、ちょっとグールさんを
You
後ろで
see
流
what I'm
しな
doing,
がら。
and then you apply it to yours because just a couple of clips because your version is obviously going to be different to mine. You're going to have little droplets in different places. So it's just a matter of picking the droplets and just sculpting a little bit of detail. Just make sure that the tip of it, make it look like the weight of it, like it really is like the ball of the dripping icing.
この辺のやつ
It's
は
like
好
at
き。
the head of it, at the very bottom of it, right? The inflate brush is
ちょっと待って、ちょっと見ながらさ、ノート書いてくから、ちょっと進み遅いんですけど。カメラいる？ブレンダーの画面だけでいいのかな？画面見てます？みんな。ラジオ代わり？画面見てるぜもいいのかな？インフレート。インフレート。ラジオ8画面に。オッケーオッケー。インフレートで、アイシングをグルーピーっぽく。
really good for this. It's really handy. I'll do a little bit for this part here as well. It's pretty good. A little bit here maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Looks a little bit weird. And you just go along it.
もちろん大げさにやる
It's
か。
kind of relaxing. It's quite a fun step. I like this part. You just kind of imitate how liquid forms.
ここが気になっちゃうな。
Yeah, man, hardcore. Cool stuff. Cool. So that's about that. Now we can switch, of course, to the smooth step. If you go too far, you can like smooth something out if it looks a little bit odd. But that's
つ
okay.
い
By
た
the way,
と
we
きは
will.
スムーズでなだらかにさせるのか。なんだこれか？フラッテン。スムーズ。これか。おー、気持ちいい。オッケーオッケー、なるほどね。了解。やりすぎたときは、俺の飯が来た。ちょっとちょい抜け、ちょい待ちね。ちょっとウーバー来たんで取ってきます。もしもし。はい。OK です。 腹減った。ちょっとカメラなんか起動できないんで、もう10分ぐらい作業止まります。なんだ？ポンデリングも作りてえな。いや、俺あれ作りたいんだよ。デュオリンゴのアイコン。デュオリンゴのアイコン可愛すぎでしょ。ブラウザ映すか。ウィンドウキャプチャ。なんかね、興味の持てるものを作んないと、もう単純にモチベーションにつながらんくて。あれ？めちゃくちゃでかいんか、これ。映れてないな。あ、映ってない。ブラウザがおかしい。削除。本当だよね。これか。あ、違う違う。これか。来たかな？俺のツイートが今見えてるはず。デュオリンゴ。アイコン映ってるかな、これ。まあ、この辺のキャラもいいんだけど、ゲーム内のアイコン。全然映ってないけど。ページに行けないのか。あれ可愛いんだよな。マジで可愛い、あれ。うまっ。この鳥もけど、なんかキャラクターの練習になりそうだな、普通に。丸いし。シリンダーとか組み合わせれば。なんかこいつ。初期のデュオリンゴかな。かわいい。 あ、カードくんもいるじゃん。ありだな。一応ちょっと冬休みの個人的な課題としては、カービィのエアライドの表紙は完成させたくて。この間の見せた分だけでもめっちゃ時間かかったわ、ただの丸でも。マジで全然モデリング理解してないんだな、痛感してたわ、一人で。かわいい。なんだこのカービィ。キモ。めちゃめちゃキモい。カービィガチだよな。俺はさ、毛糸のカービィ再現させたい。あれブレンダーで作ったらちょっと吉田動かしてよ。絶対可愛いだろ、毛糸のカービィ。可愛い。糸ってか紐みたいのはこの間俺やったしな。それでいけねえかな。あいつは丸じゃないのが憎い。そうなんだよな。まん丸じゃないんだな、カービィってただの。はいはい、どうせ丸でしょとかって思ってやってたんだけど、丸じゃねえ。セットアップってのはリグつけた後の話。かわいいなぁ。てか吉田、新しいポケモン見た？ピカチュウのアニメーション超かっこいいよ。ピカチュウめちゃくちゃヌルヌル動く、戦うとき超かっこいい。うお、かっけーって声出る。リグつける作業。確かに小せえし、ポケモンアマプラにあるから見てみ。3話ぐらいまで見れば大丈夫。めちゃくちゃかっこいいピカチュウ。早くオブソリート7話見せて。もう気になってしょうがねえよ。毛糸のカービィって Wii で止まってんのか。スイッチで出てないんだ。完成済み。ナイス DJ。 なんだろう、なんか俺の好きなモデリングできそうなもの。何あるかな。よし。あとポテトだけ。うまっ。いや、マリオとか絶対むずそう。マリオはなんかもう一通り基礎やりましたっつって手出すやつだろ、これ。人型は。サンリオのキャラクターとかかな。なんか丸っこいし、あいつら。サンリオのキャラクターじゃないか、ほら。かわいい。そうそう、この星、こういうやつ、この星のやつ、再現できないんだよな、カービィ。再現できないっていうか、どうすれば、こうなるのかがわかんなくて、この間、寝ちゃったんだよね。めんどくせえ。サンリオありだな。なんかモチベーションになるし、可愛いし、こいつら。人間とかもいいんだな。ユーリオン、ユーリオンアイスって漫画だっけか。ポムプリはだってこれもうカービィの応用でいけるでしょ。おお、すげえ。ヒーローアカデミアも。キティちゃんなんか作れたらもう最高だろうな。これはなんかちょっとヒラヒラとかあるし。ドラえもんね。ピクサーの電球ね。めちゃくちゃ忘れてたわ。そっかそっか。てか、これ、完全パクリ。めちゃくちゃ練習になりそう。そっかそっか、そうだそうだ。ドリームワークスのオープニングとかね。ポチャってなんか釣り針みたいの落ちて。かっけえな、それ。相当時間かかりそうだけど。月はだってもう、NASA のデータあるし。あれ、半分にかけさせゃいいだけでしょ。雲な。コダックいいね。コダック けどやっぱもう個人的な夢としてはドラゴンなんだよね。ドラゴンかっこいいじゃん。竜。ドラゴンに乗りたい。あ、スライムね。いいね。ボスベイビー見てないんだよな。ドラゴンかっこいいよな。ドラゴンとかそれこそさ、なんだっけ、ユニコーンか。存在してない生き物。ポテトもうちょいだ。おお、いるね、スライム。上のこのニュってとこ大切だな。ドラクエそうか、ドラクエもそうだな。めちゃくちゃ練習になりそうだな。うまかった。よし、ちょっと手洗ってブレンダー作業を再開しよう。はい、ただいま。よっしゃ、ブレンダーを再開しまーす。ちょっとね、飯を食いながらちょいと次どんなものを作っていこうかななんて話をしておりやっしゃ。うっさてと、今ね、このグールっていうちょっとブレンダー界隈ではとっても著名な有名なチュートリアル動画をたくさん出してるプロの CG アーティストの方がいまして、その人のドーナツチュートリアルを見ながら僕もドーナツを作っていこうと、そういうことをしております。でちょっとね、同時進行で自分でノート取りながらやってるんで進みはかなり遅いんですが、見守っていただければなと。コメントも一応見れる状態にはしてるんで、投げるなり投げないなりだらだらとラジオ代わりにするなりご自由に。
The parts that are sticking out, don't worry about that. We'll go back to the edit and we'll move those in. But for now, it's okay. Oh, that part needs to be smoothed a bit. It looks a little bit odd, but that's cool. I guess we forgot to do it for like the edit stage. We forgot to like kind of like do this inner part ring here as well. So actually what I was just preparing for this tutorial, I was like, let's see if I can actually fix it just in sculpt and just add a few like little dropply bits. And yeah, you kind of can, because like the inner part of a donut is not going to have like lots of liquid that's like going to be dribbling down or whatever, but it's going to have a little bit, like it's not going to be a perfectly clean edge.
そこもか。なんだこれ。グラブ。これで中の方もちょいやれと。確かに。こんなドーナツないもんな。ちょっと楽しいんだよな、この作業。形取られていく感が。なんかね、エロい。形がエロい。形というか、この作業。いいね、いいね。なんだっけ、これ。ピンチグラブか。ピンチってなんするのかね。
Using the grab brush, and I'm just like pulling randomly around here, like so, like it's kind of like been pinched in a little bit. And then I'll also use like the inflate brush, and I'll inflate like little bits of it maybe. Just like a...
ここもここでインフレートかまし上げるわけね。インフレートどれだっけ。はい。
A little bit, just like running along the edge. As I said, something is better than nothing. Alright, that's pretty good. And then the only other thing we are going to do is use draw mode with a small strength, 0.2 or something like that. And I'm just going to create a little bit of random displacement across my icing here. Because we got the sculpt brush out, why not, right? Gone to the trouble of preparing the mesh so that we can sculpt on it. Might as well add in a little bit of detail, because the real world, like, I mean, as if icing could ever be perfectly just the right amount of what was it, 25 millimeters that we used for the solidify modifier. Like, it's never going to be as perfect as that in the real world. So there's going to be parts that are going to have more icing, thicker icing, less than others, etc. So it's just adding in that detail. You can also hold down control, of course, to go the other direction. And then if you go too far, you can smooth it out a little bit as well. This is, you know, it's getting a painting sort of look to it. But that's kind of cool. It looks a little bit like icing. Okay, so going back to layout mode, you'll see, you know, as I mentioned, you've got parts that are like sticking out. Obviously, that's not going to be like that for a... I mean, maybe if it was like frozen in time as the droplet fell, but it's we want it to stick to the donut. So in edit mode, we have a lot more vertices to play with, and this is, by the way, where it comes to... kind of cool. It looks a little bit like icing. A little bit as well. Other direction, and then if you go too far, you can smooth it out a little bit.
ちょっとスムーズで戻すか。使ってないし全然。正解がないっ っていう意味ではもう一生やれちゃうのかな。だからなんか何日までに何々みたいな感じじゃないとマジでこんなんずーっと触るでしょ。ずーっとで触れちゃうんだもん。ダラダラダラダラ。あ、やべ、戻しすぎたわけでもないか。ちょっとストレングスをもうちょい下げてこれのところをやっておきたい。面白いもんだって。あ、いいね。何が変わったんだって感じだけど。
as well. This is, it's getting a painting sort of look to it. But that's kind of cool. It looks a little bit like icing.
Little bit like
okay, so
icing.
Going back to layout mode, you'll see, as I mentioned, you've got parts that are like sticking out.
そうここをね、中にしまいたいんだよね。
I mean, maybe if it was like frozen in time as the droplet fell, but we want it to stick to the donut. So, in edit mode, we have a lot more vertices to play with, and this is, by the way, where it comes to, like, as I mentioned, like, you want to have as few vertices as possible whilst you're editing. This is what I mean. Like, this is really hard to...
ここ食い込んじゃってんだ、ほら。これが、こう食い込んでるから、これを消せば治んのかな。怖いよ。消してみる？消してみようぜ。消してパフってなんのかね。あ、だからここだけ掴んでお、来た。これそうこれを直したいんだよね。だからここの中か。で複数欲しいからなんかいけそうな、治りそうな気がするんだけど、食い込んでんだよな。食い込んでんのキモいじゃん。いや、ちょっとやってみよう。まあ今保存したし。消すとどうなんの？ここの部分をデリートエッジスはあー、なんかこんな感じでグーン入ってんだ。あ、こいつら選んでスムース取ってからの修正、シェードスムースして滑らかにしてからってことか。ちょっとこのパート5、もうグールー先生のパート5がもう1分半で終わるし、ひとまずちょっとこれ最後まで見てみるわ。
To control this mesh right now because there's so much going on with it. But as it turns out, we really just need to just like move that part in a little bit. So provided we have proportional editing turned on and we've got it set to smooth, if I grab that little piece there, turn up my proportional editing and I pull that in, and also I'm going to use rotate, so R to rotate. So provided we have proportional editing turned on, we've got it set to smooth. If I grab that little piece there, turn up my proportional editing and I pull that in.
ああ、そうだ思い出した。わかった。姫。で、ポイント選択して、 で、なんつったっけ ?G、グラブでいいのかな。
That little piece there, editing turned
そう、
on.
グラブでいいんだよ。だって、ここいじったから。来た。だから、これの場合は、この紫のとこで掴めばいいのかね。この辺掴んで、うわ、やべえ。うわ、なんかとんでもないとこまで俺のドーナツが伸びた。来てない。来てないよ、全然。間違えた。G で、これで、横向きたいんだよ。こうだ。違う、横向かなくていいのか。こう向いて、この辺グラブして、で、こう持っていきの、この紫線が沿うようにさせたいんだよね。いいね。もう思い切っていく方がいいよね、こういうのは。なんか食い込んじった。おおやべえ。こうです。もっと真ん中の方か。そうだね、真ん中の方。来た。この辺を影響範囲ちっちゃくして、いいね。ペタってピトッこうタラーってきてるから、こんな感じでいいんですよ。はい。オッケー。っていう感じのね、ちょっとこの辺はものすごく地味な作業なんですけど、意外とこれが嫌いじゃないっていう、俺はまさかの発見ですよ、自分でも。多分、ドーナツだからなんだろうけど、この辺は別にだね。もうちょいちょっといい。気持ちいい、こうぴったりはまっていく感が気持ちいいわ、このパズル感。ここ気持ちいいな、これ。こうシューって入っていく。ダメです。いいね。ピトッ。いいじゃない。 も行こうか。4人なんかずっと見てくれてる。嬉しい。怪しい。違うぞ。へいへいへいへい。いいねいいね。こんな感じですか？この辺もベトーってつけますかね。浮くわけがないしな、そもそもドーナツのこの、なんつうのこれ、上蓋、ドーナツの上。ずっとグール先生アイシングって言ってんだけど、ポンデリングではないでしょこれ。キモキモいよなこれ。キモ。このぷくーってしたとこほんと最高。こんな感じか。はいはいはいはいはい。いいじゃんいいじゃん。ハイポリ。これどう俺のハイポリドーナツ。ありありでしょこれ。いや、めっちゃぐんぐん動くんよ。RTX2080 だから。ゴリゴリのパソコンなんすよ。だってこれ、レンダリングもあれよ。これリアタイのやつよ。なんだっけ ?EB レンダリングだっけ。ちょっとこれ今、色何もつけてないけど。あれ、どこまで行ったっけ。ここは OK。これも閉じちゃうか。そう。こちらガチンコでやってんだよ、ドーナツ一つ。抜かりねえドーナツ作らせてくださいよ。むむ。ちょっと影響範囲でかいか、大丈夫か。もう蓋みたいにしちゃったか。ドーナツ職人、そう、俺。マジドーナツ職人になる。基礎一番大事にするから、俺。あ、もう結構いいんじゃない。あ、こそだ、こっちか。この辺ちょっと忘れてましたね。これは、この辺、トンってタッチして、こんな感じにしますかね。思いっきりかぶせた後、こっちの先っちょの方をロテートさせて、で、グラブで持っていくか。こんな感じで。で、もう一回ロテートして、もう一回 かぶせていく。いいねいいねいいね。配信するとちょっと口に出す癖が嫌顔でもつくから意外となしじゃないな。もう個人的には。いやサクサクどうせモデリングできないからつまんない配信になるかもなとか思ってたけど、見てくれる人もそもそも限られちゃってるし。OK。ここもね、ここも、あ、やばい、これはでかい。ここもう、ここがもう閉じちゃうか、思いっきり。ふぅ。あ、ここね、よし。ちょっと、もう一回グール先生戻りましょう。
And we've got it set to smooth. If I grab that little piece there, turn up my proportional editing, and I pull that in, and also I'm going to use rotate, so R to rotate. Why is that turned? Oh, it just randomly turns off the screencast tool, so you can't see what I'm pressing, which is annoying. So my apologies if sometimes I'm using stuff on here and the tool is turned off. It's just it's a little buggy. It's a great add-on, you know, props to whoever made it. It's very handy, but a little buggy. So I'll just pull that in a little bit. There we go. Like that. So you just want to make it look like it's obviously hugging the donut. Like it's really part of the donut. And yeah, just do that for the rest of it. We have gone over though, so we will do that. I will do that off camera. Just continue this for all of the droplets along the thing. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and join me in the next part as we continue with the donut. I believe we're doing materials next. So click here and I will see you in the next video.
パート5見終えました。
Alright, well congratulations on making it thus far into the tutorial. The mesh of the donut, like...
あ、そっかそっか。これでもうドーナツのメッシュはもう完了なんだね。ひとまず。なんで、最後まで閉じちゃうか。閉じちゃうというか。ちょっとここは、今回ちょっと無視。多分食い込んでるとこ。いいね、いいね。大丈夫だろう。この垂れ下がりの部分だけ、あからさまに外側にピョーンって出てなければ。ここ気持ちいいな、ここ。シュッてちゃんとこう食いに行ってんの。よく見てないから、そう、OK、そう。よく見なきゃ案件なんで、逃げましょう、これは。よし。
Its shape is pretty well finished. Now we can start talking about lighting and rendering. So everything we have done thus far has just been in sort of viewport mode, right? Like in this shaded, this is solid viewport mode. But when you actually create a final image, now we're going to have a little bit, which we could do just like so. You can see that as I move this around, that it's the light and the shadow is reflected on that donut there. Okay, so let's make this scene a little more interesting, because right now there's like the donut's not casting any shadow onto anything else because it's just a donut hovering in outer space basically. So let's add in a plane. Okay, so for some reason, by the way, my cursor, little cursor is turned off. This, by the way, it's not important, but this drop down here is how you can determine the look of your viewport, if there's anything to turn on or off. Anyway, a 3D cursor, and the reason the 3D cursor is important is that I'm going to add a plane, and wherever the 3D cursor is where new objects get dropped. And you can move your 3D cursor by shift right click, that'll change this 3D cursor, or just shift C will actually clear it and it'll put it in the center of your plane. And there we go, we have a plane. And I'm going to focus on the plane just so I can move around it. Good. Okay, so I want my donut to obviously be sitting on the plane, so it's like sitting on a countertop. So we could, you know, grab my donut here and move it up, but then the icing doesn't come with it. And it's obviously very important that these two are linked. We could select them both by hitting Shift, you know, and selecting them both like that. But let's save ourselves some time for the future as well and link these two. So we do that by parenting it. So the way you parent things in Blender is you select first the object that is the child of a parent object, meaning like the one that's supposed to follow another object. So the icing first, then Shift, click on the object which is going to become the parent, master object, and then I'm going to hit Control P for parent. And then I'm going to select, you can select object or object keep transform. I always use keep transform because sometimes you're working with lots of stuff. The first one doesn't do exactly what you'd expect. Keep transform works, basically that. And then when you do that, if you move your donut, you will see that the icing comes with it, which is what we want. Nice. By the way, in your outliner up here, where you've got the objects, when you parent something to another object, it looks as though it's vanished from the outliner, but it's actually just underneath it now. So it's inside the outliner underneath that object above it. Anyway, but now we've got that. Now the donut is the master of all, the keeper of light and truth, and the icing is following it. Good. All right, so let's just move this lamp in a little bit closer, like so. Okay. So, why is there no shadow? Why is the donut not casting shadow onto the plane there? Well, we could, with our lamp here selected, we could check it out. Oh, contact shadows. Oh yeah, I've done this tutorial a couple of times. Contact shadows was turned on, but turned off by default. But anyways, it's using this light here, and these are all the settings for the light. Now, we could turn down the strength of this. We could change, you know, how things look, because see, the shadow's not really there. We could turn on contact shadows, which will give a little bit of shadow to it, and that's all well and good. But the thing is that this mode that we're in right now, this render view mode, it's using a rendering engine to present this to us. And the rendering engine that is defined by default in Blender, if we go to the rendering panel up here, the render engine is Eevee, which is a real-time rendering mode, and it's really, really fast renders. Like if you want to do like a long animation, like a TV show, or you're working on a really tight deadline, Eevee is great because it's like really fast, and it's just like Unreal Engine, it's like all those kind of things. It does require a lot of optimization though. Like you've got to really work with light and shadow to try to make it look correct. However, Blender comes with another render engine, Workbench, by the way, forget that, that's just for like viewport, it's very rarely used. Cycles is the other main one. So if we switch to Cycles, it will look like this. Now my recording is going to be slightly screwed up because the device at which it is going to be rendered as by default is set to CPU. I want to change this to CPU. And that's going to use my graphics card. So I've got two NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti's. So it's important that I actually use those because they're way faster than my CPU. If you don't see GPU here, by the way, you can actually go Edit Preferences, and then underneath System, you'll actually show the devices that you have that are compatible with CUDA or OpenCL. OpenCL, I believe, is for AMD cards. CUDA is NVIDIA's cards. So you may, depending on your hardware, you may see something here. You might not have anything that's compatible, like CUDA or OpenCL, in which case you're going to have to use CPU. And that's fine, it's just CPU is generally a little bit slower than GPU, so you'll still be able to render. Doesn't matter, but it just might be a little bit slower. Anyways, I'm going to use GPU. Now you'll notice that when we switch from Eevee to Cycles, it looks much more realistic immediately. The shadows are accurate, the shadows are matching the donut here. Everything is working the way you would expect. And that's because Cycles is what's called an unbiased rendering engine, which means it calculates things like physically accurate to the way things are in the real world. It's like throwing light inside the donut, and it's like bounce lighting around inside this ring here. If there was different colors, you would see like light bleed, like it would reflect the light onto other parts of it. These shadows here, they're all accurate. Animated movies like Pixar, Disney, all VFX, everything like that uses render engines like Cycles, unbiased, ray-traced engines. Video games
ああ、なるほどね。サイクルズは
use
ピク
something
サーの
like
人たちも
Eevee,
使ってるやつだ
although
とは。そうだ
Eevee
そうだ。
will
なん
not
か
allow you
感
to
心した
create a
気
game.
が
It's
す
not
る。
a game engine, but the way it functions is very similar. So anyway,
Eevee が
a
そうゲーム
polished,
とかで
high
使われるや
quality
つね。
image or animation, you want to use Cycles. So, the one downside to Cycles is that it is grainy. So you'll notice that like as you move around, it's like super heavily grainy, and then it gets less and less grainy as time goes on. And you can actually see in the top left-hand corner the samples there being counted. So it'll stop at 32. And the higher you set those limits to, when we get to that, the less grainy it will become. Anyways, so I know this tutorial, there's not a lot to this tutorial other than explanation, but it's quite important, so I'm spending a whole video just talking about it. But anyways, let's render out like a very simple image. So my camera, the camera is what will actually be defined, like what you will look through when you hit render to actually render a final image. So you can look through what the camera is doing by clicking that little button there, or by hitting the shortcut as it's displayed, number pad 0. And there we go. I'm looking through the camera. So we're way, 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 way out there. Now, you can move the camera closer, but you'll notice, like, if you, like, you know, move the view or, like, use the middle mouse or whatever to orbit, you are no longer looking through the camera. So the camera will stay where it is unless you use the controls designed for the camera, which is similar to, like, if you're moving an object, G to move that object, and then you use the middle mouse to push that once, and then you can like zoom in. Now a lot of people from other software and even like beginners are like, they find it very weird the way this functions. Other software, it has it so that when you are looking through the camera, if you move the viewport or whatever, the camera will follow with it. So you can actually choose that by clicking lock camera to view in this properties here with the camera selected. And now as I move around, I can use the standard controls, middle mouse, orbit, you know, scroll to come closer, etc. And the camera will follow. So you can use that if you want. Or the other way, by the way, is like, this is the way I like to work. I get my position, like where I want the camera to be like looking, just in like standard view mode like this. And then I hit Control Alt number pad 0, and then the camera will snap to the location that I'm looking at right there. But anyways, I just want to do like a very simple, like we'll, you know, this is a full tutorial which will go into like we'll add brick in the background and coffee and a plate and all that kind of thing. But for now, I just want to have like a very simple look, right, of the donut on a plane. So I've got some light there. So if I was to render this right now, which you can do by going to the top corner and hitting render, or the hotkey is F12. Anyways, F12 ね。OK。いや、この辺はもう指が覚えてんな。You've got like these little squares that will appear. It'll start in the middle and it'll sort of spiral out. And there we go. We have an image. And if we were to hit Shift S, or by going to Image and then Save, Shift S, you would actually be able to save like a PNG or a JPEG. Very simple, right? So it doesn't look very good.
本当だよね。まあ、石膏感というかね。そんなんあるよな。そう、この辺のね、ジャギジャギ取り除くやつも学んだような気がするんだけど、ちょっと今回は割愛させて、これも超綺麗になるのよ、一瞬で。この NVIDIA と提携してるからさ、NVIDIA の AI ディノイズ機能でめっちゃ綺麗になるね、この状態から。しかもなんかコンポジット画面のとこでぴょっぴょってノードどうのこうのするだけだった気がする。パッとできねえかな今。ワンちゃん。何だっけ？コンポジットユーズドでディノイズ。あったディノイズ。これをここ挟むだけじゃね？で連打し直しかな。違った。あ、そうだ、ほら。めっちゃ綺麗になった。すげえ。 レンダリング時間も別にえぐいな。フィギュア 3D プリンター欲しいな。ちっちゃいドーナツたくさんプリントしたい。フィギュアにしたい。みんなにプレゼントしたい。俺の作ったちいちゃなドーナツ。ピアスとかにしたい。ディノイズエグ。これ挟み込むだけでポンデビーナス。
Doesn't look very good at all. It's very white. Looks like it's made of clay. So we'll do the materials in the next video.
マテリアル次だ。
For this one, yeah, just wanted to set the camera up, get the light somewhat in an appealing way. I do have like lighting is such a complex. Well, it's not. You can get the basics. Like basics is pretty easy, but understanding how light works, I've got like a full series on that. I'll put a link to that in the description, and you can click up there.
もう1時間超えてた配信。
It's more for like once you've got the basics of Blender, you can watch that, but it'll explain all about like fall off, the inverse square law, and all that kind of thing. But for now, I want you to know is like you'll see that it's pretty clear that there's light that's very close to the donut. Like it's kind of like a highlight over here, and then towards the right-hand side, you've got like it's darker. If you want to have like even lighting over everything, you basically need to move the lamp further away from your subject. And then there will be less fall off. It'll appear more constant, almost like sunlight, which in this case might be kind of desirable. We want to have just kind of like evenly flat lighting across a counter. So I'm moving it, that far.
Okay.
You don't have to copy my exact settings. Like just it actually you'll learn more by doing things on your own and like experimenting with how things look, right? So I'm moving my lighting over there. When you move it away, obviously the lighting intensity is reduced because it's falling off. So the brightness of it is defined by the power. So you can increase the brightness right there. And I'll go with something like that. And then, as a way to get into the next video, because we're going to start talking about material, and increase.
ポイントだよね。ポイントで。遠すぎんのかな、さすがに。どうやったっけ？これか？遠すぎんな、確かにこれ。
All right, well, congratulations. Right, so I'm moving my. I've got enabled. I should probably turn that off. Increase the brightness right there, and I'll go with something like that. And then, as a
500とかなんだよな。本当だ、同じぐらいになった。まあ、俺ちょっと明るいのがいいんで、ここぐらいですか。
way to get into the next video because we're going to start talking about materials. With my plane here selected, I'm going to go to the material setting right down there, the material panel. I'm going to click that. You won't see this, by the way. That's an add-on that I've got enabled. I should probably turn that off. But at the top, so this is material. This is where you define what colors things are going to look, textures, all that kind of stuff. So with my plane selected, I'm going to click New to give it a new material. Nothing's changed so far because it's just the default setting. But the one setting here that we're going to change just in this video, base color. I'm going to make this blue. Like so. And there we go. We now have a donut sitting on a blue plane. And I'm going to go ahead and hit render. Like so. There we go. And then let's go save it if you wanted to. By the way, I haven't even talked about saving your scene in Blender yet. So just go save as and save your scene.
OK。パート6も パート6も見終えた
It's
ぜ。
pretty simple, but I know like ZBrush makes things pretty hard when it comes to saving. But Blender is pretty easy. It's just like save.
ちょくちょく他 3D ソフトのちょい口入るの好きなんだよね。Adobe の操作性とか Z ブラシの話とかすげえ好きだわ、グルーさん。よし、これはこれでちょっとディノイズ前として保存しとくか。ドーナツ V01 ディノイ P4 ディノイズ。間違えた。セーブアズピングでドーナツ V01 のディノイズ Before。 で、もう一個スロット2にコンポジットでユーズノード、あれ一回レンダリングすんだ。なんかできなくなってしまった。消しちゃったからかな。やべ、こっからあそこまで出す方法がわからねえ。まあいいや。あれ今保存したよね。で、
But that's separate to the image which I was talking about. Save the project of the blend. Anyways, hope you learned something from this video. Go ahead and join me in the next video. And
いや、いろいろ学びました、先生。ありがとうございます。オッケー。いいね。ここまで。なんかな、もうほんと、ここはもうむずっこいことしてないから、もう覚えちゃいたいな、これは。ふぅ。つうわけで、どうした。同時視聴さんに、あら、見てくれてるね、最後まで。今日は、グール先生の配信をパート7まで見ました。モデリング、ドーナツ自身のモデリング、メッシュ作成みたいなのは多分完成なんで、ここから色つけたり、なんかね、揚げたっぽくするやつとかやった気がするんだよね。したり、であとなんかこう、ツヤ、チョコっていうか、ディップしたツヤみたいなのつけたりしていくんで、まあ、よかったら、次の配信も。今日ちょっと試験的にブレンダーの配信やってみたけど、いかがだったでしょうか。楽しんでいただけたら幸いでございます。まだまだ勉強することがたくさんありますが、また次回お会いしましょう。では、古城がお送りいたしました。さよなら。じゃあねー。バイバーイ。ドーナツもバイバイと言っております。バイバーイ。